Hello from ILG. It is so great to talk to you for this mid-summer newsletter edition. It's still July and it's still the month of Independence Day, and I'm still reflecting on the time that I had the privilege to spend on the East Coast as the co-chair of the Braver Angels National Convention. And I was so honored to be able to co-chair that event. We, as ILG, are a partner of that organization and have been working with Braver Angels off and on for the last few years. We first came to them and went to them a few years ago at the height of COVID, when we were seeing that there were a lot of challenges within communities trying to navigate the complexity of the COVID vaccine and some of the mask mandates and some of the shelter-in-place orders and so many things that counties and cities had to work to implement at a policy level. And we brought on Braver Angels to have a dialogue about bridging divides, and then that translated to a whole leading local series with that organization in 2022. Well, in 2023, we had the privilege of working together on this convention, and I certainly was happy to represent the Braver Network, which is a group of organizations like ILG that support the concept of having better conversations, just having better dialogue, more constructive policy debate, being able to compromise, being able to meet each other in the middle, being able to treat each other with humanity and dignity while still honoring your own values and your own perspectives, but being able to do it in a way that leaves some room on the table for conversation and for just humanity. So it was a formative and really transformative experience, certainly for so many people. I was blessed to kind of preside over the activities over the 3 to 4 days. And there were a number of cities and counties in attendance across the country, but I especially love seeing the ones from California. We had people from Tuolumne. We had people from Southern California. Really love meeting the people in Lakewood, who were the first city to sign on to the Braver Network. So just really, really excited to have really support from local agencies that are really interested in diving into this important conversation about how it's going to impact the work that we do. At ILG, everything we do is about navigating complexity and managing kind of the challenges that happen at the city, county, and special district level. And we have certainly seen over the last few years, and certainly before as well, but particularly in the last few years and certainly around election cycles, it gets very difficult for communities to come together, to rally together. It gets a lot harder when we have differing and competing forces of information and sources of information between social media and other networks that happen across our very modern society. And so for us, it's really about how do we help and continue to help government run better? How do we continue to help local leaders lead effectively and constructively? How do we help you be effective in your roles and manage the dynamics that have been so changing over the last few years? And certainly it's something ILG has always committed itself to, and we absolutely love having the partnership with Braver Angels to connect those dots. That being said, we have a number of amazing opportunities for you to connect with ILG in areas of leadership and governance, and bridging divides within your community, within your councils, within your boards, within your staff, and thinking strategically about the work that you have to do to help advance the goals of your region and your community. But the other things that we have in this issue, in this newsletter, are going to be tied to things like sustainability and environmental consciousness and awareness, which is ever pervasive, especially as much of California goes through a pretty significant heat wave, as we think about all the vegetation that had the opportunity to grow over this really lush spring season. Well, now that it's all potential tinder for a potential fire and for some of those challenges that we face on the other side of the seasonal wheel. And so we are very, very excited to bring to you not only funding opportunities for sustainability projects and programs. The end of our Beacon Awards season is nigh, and then also just a number of insights that we have from our partners and others. And so we hope you will enjoy this newsletter, and we're grateful again, and as always, for your support of ILG and its many pillars of work. We do everything from leadership and governance to public engagement to sustainability to workforce development. And you're going to see more and more of us from all of those areas. I do know that our tiers training is coming up very soon, and we're going to do that virtually again, as people do love that 2-day training on public engagement. And when you think about all of the ways that you can help make a sustainable community and the ways that you can bridge divide, public engagement is a big part of that, and we hope you'll take advantage of that opportunity too. We have just a couple more slots available for those registrations, so we hope you will sign yourself or your colleague or somebody you know in the local government space for those trainings. But again, we're just grateful to you for all that you do. If you're taking some time this summer, we know that it is a well-deserved break. We've all been working very, very hard, trying to do the best that we can for our communities, and we're just thankful for you. We're grateful for you. And if there's anything we can do to help you from ILG, please reach out.